that this car that we demonstrated it in is not likely the most likely car to bring artificial intelligence to the whole world. Okay, this is the best way to bring artificial intelligence to 100 people in the world. And what we want to do is we would like to revolutionize how people drive, how people move from place to place, how goods are moved, but also revolutionize the way that we interact with our car. And I can't imagine a more important company, and I can't imagine a more proper company to take this technology and change everything that we all know about cars. And so today we're announcing that we're partnering with the largest car company in the world, Volkswagen, to revolutionize the future of cars and to infuse AI into the future line of cars so that we could bring joy and delight and just incredible surprise to people who enjoy cars in the future. And to help us talk about this and the impact of this, I'd like to welcome Dr. Herbert Diess to stage, the CEO of Volkswagen. Herbert, great to see you. Great to see you.
Glad to be here.
Guys, Herbert, you know this, but you know, when I discovered deep learning, when I discovered deep learning, I was so excited. I was so excited. I had to go show it to somebody. You know, this is one of those things where you go, oh, I found it. You got to show it to somebody. And so I packaged it all up. I flew it to Germany. And I went to show it to Herbert, to Dr. Diess. And I said, this thing is amazing, Herbert. You give it anything you want, and it will recognize it. He says, come on. I said, no, I'm serious. We didn't write any of the software. The software learned how to write itself. We simply trained it with a whole bunch of data, and now it can recognize anything. He goes, oh, come on. And I said, no, try it. Try it. Just, you know, throw something at me. And he goes, well, look, we have this dog in Germany. Everybody has it. And so I'm gonna give you this dog. And if you know, look, it's the most popular dog in Germany. And I'm going, oh, I tested German Shepherds. I'm so good. This is so covered. And he goes, Dachshunds. And we looked up the Dachshund, we pulled in the image, and our deep neural network had no clue what it was. And that was the end of that meeting. I pretty much packed it up, and I said, we waved goodbye. So, years later, it does work. It does work.
Yeah.
And so Dr. Diess,
Herbert.
well, you know, I just enjoy calling you Dr. Diess.
Why that?
It sounds better.
Okay.
But Herbert, you're the CEO of one of the most storied, one of the largest car companies in the world. And now we're seeing a time when technology transformation is happening to the car industry like nothing that we could have possibly seen, all at the same time. And so when you're in the middle of this incredible opportunity, what does it look like to you? What do you see?
First of all, I have to say I'm very excited to be here and very excited to experience that show because it shows the dedication. And also I wanted to congratulate you on your progress. Now it's really working. Now it's working a lot better. And the meeting was not finalized when we struggled.
It was funnier the way I told it.
We continued. No, but I'm really excited to be here, and I also wanted to congratulate you to your achievements, which are stunning. And I'm also excited because a lot of your power, motivation, resources go into automotive. And I think you get that feeling, everyone has that feeling that the automotive world will change a lot the next 10, 15 years. You showed many things. I think it will be more exciting than today. Cars will become even more important, more exciting, sexier than today. The industry will change a lot. I think driving will be totally different to today. The car today is already, we love cars, or most of us love cars. We love the brands, we love designs, we love the performance of the car. If you drive in a Volkswagen, it's fun to drive, mostly. So it's an exciting work, but it has negatives.
Right?
Yeah?
It's far from
yeah, sure, but it has negatives, and you mentioned those. No? It's accidents, and it's also pollution.
Yeah.
CO2, other exhausts, and this will change a lot. So the car will lose a lot of its negatives and gain much more positive things. It will be much more comfortable, it will be safer, and it will be environmentally friendly. So putting all those positives to the car, I think the future of the car is really very exciting, brilliant, and many people also think that it will be a lot of shared mobility. No? We all will drive in boxes around which go autonomous taxis. I'm not so sure about this because, you know, a car is much more than transportation. No? A car is fun to drive. You want to express yourself with a car. You want to drive the right brand, the right design. I think we will spend more time in the car because traffic jams won't go away. The demand for mobility will increase. So if you spend more time in a car, if you can do work or games or whatsoever in the car, then I think you still would be interested not in only a very neutral shared car, but you want your own environment, your own smell, your own taste, your own music. And that is why I think that individual cars, properly designed, exciting cars, emotional cars like this will have a bright future. And what I've seen today is, I think, is very encouraging. We will see a major change in the next, as you said, 5 to 10, 15 years maximum, 2 life cycles. And
it's amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, just 2 life cycles. And here we are, you know, the way that you designed cars in the past, of course, the mechanical elements of the car, the engine design, the electronics are all incredibly complicated. And these are heavy things and to electrification. And now the internal combustion engine is not necessary. You're driving your company to artificial intelligence. And now the software component and the computing component of the car and its architecture is now so important. You're going to have your cars, because I remember hearing you talking about the 3 passionate directions that you felt, that it had to be electrified, it had to be artificial intelligence, and it has to be connected, so that you can continue to upgrade the car for as long as you shall live and make that car, the car user, enjoy the car and delight the customer for a long time. So these 3 elements fundamentally changes everything that you do.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right? I mean, the nearly 100 years that Volkswagen has been building cars are now looking forward completely different. How do you think about that?
I think still we need some of those skills. No, they are still necessary. We are producing cars worldwide. We have to ramp up plants. We produce many cars, and it's not so easy to copy that. No, as one can see. So we have capabilities which we still require. Cars have to be safe. Also, they need a passive safety for many years. No. But we need new skills, and I'm very happy that your company and yourselves is really dedicating so much resources, because what we need is AI. What we need is sensors, a lot of silicium, a lot of software goes into the car, and we need a new understanding of how to work together, and that is why I'm very happy that we know each other since many years, because the interaction between you have been a second tier for many years now, but the interaction between the software and hardware developers and the OEMs must be much closer. I think we are getting this way to be really fast and make the change together.
Yeah. Yeah, and for the audience that doesn't understand the automotive industry speak, the OEMs, the first tier is the manufacturers that directly contributes and manufactures things for them. The second tier is the technology provider that builds for the suppliers, the tier 1 suppliers that delivers the systems. In the future, because technology is so complicated, but yet the tier 1s still remain very, very important, that we will work in a triangle model.
Yeah.
And so we all have to collaborate a lot more closely further up front and for a lot longer after development. And so that's what Herbert is describing. Now, you know, the thing that we've learned is just so much, and you're absolutely right that on the one hand, we know very much about building computers, and we know very much about developing software, and we know a great deal now about artificial intelligence. But how to adapt all of that technology into a car that can ship in hundreds of millions and drive for years and years and years and keep people safe, that safety sensibility, that safety culture, we've learned just a tremendous amount working with your company. And so that's something that's been of great value to us.
Yeah, I think it's also for you a challenge, no? to work on the ASIL levels, to do hardware in the loop, which is probably also
Until I met you, I didn't know what ASIL stood for.
I can imagine, no?
Yeah.
So it's for you as well a challenge, but also for us and for the whole industry.
Herbert said, hey, what do you think about ASIL? I said, I don't want any. No, thanks.
But
I'm
you
good.
have to.
No, I'm good. Would you like some ASIL? No, I'm good. I'm good.
But you have to.
Yes. Now I'm ASIL D. I'm just not ASIL B, A, B, C. I'm ASIL D. I've got the religion and some.
And I'm very happy that you accept it now.
Oh, man. I'm going to be the flag bearer for ASIL D functional safety.
No, what I wanted to say is that it requires also different architectures from our side. Now, so far we have been relying on many computers in the car, 60, 70 small microcomputers doing the task for controlling the engine, the brakes, the ABS systems. That will be different. We will have only 3, 4 major computers integrating. We separate software from hardware. So far, we bought most of those chips with the components. So the engine came with an engine controller. The ABS came with a brake controller. That will change. So we will do the hardware. And I'm very happy that you're also investing in hardware stacks and in software stacks and also in SDKs, which we definitely need, because the car will be much more complex today than today. We will have part of the software running in the back end. Yeah. That makes really, that's a big challenge for all of us. We cope with that designing an entirely new platform, which is fully electric. It comes with 5 new models starting in 2020, 21. We hopefully will deliver the bus with a totally new user interface, totally new touch and feel in the car, but also with a totally new software and hardware architecture. Yeah. You only can do this if you really start from scratch. So we left everything behind. It's a totally new platform, not only the hardware, but also the computers, the software, and later all the components for autonomous driving and the artificial intelligence in the interaction with the car.
You know, and it's really amazing to see the transformation that you've made in the last several years. You know, today, our engagement with VW, there are lots and lots of people who are developing AI software. We create the SDK. However, you're going to turn that SDK into the experiences that touch the users and surprise them and delight them. Yeah. And people don't realize that in the future, a car has a very large cloud component. And so there are data centers that you're building and working very closely with your IT department and building out data centers. And so the cars of the future are just magnificent in their complexity. Yeah. And it's the greatest challenge in technology ever. But in the final analysis for the customer, it is still the emotion of the bus. And so I got to tell you one more story. So I came to Las Vegas for the very first time 40 years ago. And I was just an early teenager, and I played a lot of table tennis, and it turned out that the US Open was right here at Caesar's Palace. And so my coach packed a few of us down. into a car, the
Which was?
Volkswagen microbus. And we drove all the way down from Portland to Las Vegas for the very, very first time. It was my first time in Las Vegas, and to play at the table tennis tournament here. And it was blue. I loved it because it is not only a car, but it's also a hotel.
It is.
It was also a hotel.
Yeah.
I lived in that car for almost a week. And so I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
We decided that we would like to bring this to life and let people enjoy it. Several years. Now, you know, Herbert, you built this car because the demand for society, people are asking you to bring this car back. And so you decided to build a Buzz. And we decided to bring it to life years before that it will actually be enjoyed in person. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please, we have the Buzz for you in virtual reality. And so you stand over there. Hey, guys.
Hey, Jensen, how's it going?
Hey, Sean. Let's show Dr. Dees. Let's show Herbert his baby here. This is the future Volkswagen. Go ahead.
Let's bring it out.
Oh, it's exactly the same one.
It's the right one, right?
It looks exactly the same after all these years. I love it. It's fantastic. Boy, this brings back memories. Except I think the one I traveled in actually had a bed in the back. I think I've been in ones with bed in the back, kitchens in the back. Some of you even had chairs in the back. All right. So, but let's modernize it, shall we?
Yeah, I think we have a newer one that we can look at too.
And so everything, Herbert, everything is virtual reality. We're going to put this in our booth so that everybody can come and see it. We're going to make this available for your team so that you guys could put it in the cloud and we could stream it to millions and millions of people for them to enjoy, and let them start to see the amazing design that you guys came up with. Wow. Okay, show us around quickly.
Yeah, let's open it up and take a peek.
Look at that.
That's a very important feature. No, sitting face to face makes a huge difference in a car. Yeah?
Well, the Buzz is the perfect place to do that.
Exactly.
Now, when eventually, of course, when the Buzz is driving by itself, this is a good way to enjoy it.
And the design will be such that there is a space between the front seats that you can get back in an autonomous driving situation.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. It's just like one big moving living room. Beautiful sunroofs. Okay, what else? These guys could travel at warp speed.
Well, I think we need some tunes, right? Where's the radio? That's a little more my speed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know, whenever you're with a Volkswagen Buzz, you're partying.
Okay.
And so this isn't just about getting there. This is yeah, there you go. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Herbert Dees. It's such a great honor to partner with you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. This is going to be incredible. So we're going to partner with Dr. Dees. We have teams assembled, and we're going to infuse AI throughout this entire platform. From the way you engage, the way you navigate, to the way you drive, AI will define the future of all of your cars. As I've mentioned, the complexity of autonomous driving, the complexity of the software of future cars is incredible. It starts with, of course, building a brand new type of processor we called the Drive Xavier, an autonomous machine processor that is able to do deep learning, perception, has the ability to do parallel computing and also computer vision and high-performance computing at very, very energy-efficient levels. It's got a rich software development platform because the amount of software that we have to develop for this thing is enormous. This is not an embedded controller. This is not a detector. This is a computer. And it's a computer that's going to have tons of software that's never been written before, and so we need a rich software development platform. It has to be functional safe. ASIL-D, ISO 2626, this level of capability requires a complete redesign and rethinking of everything from the way you architect your processors, the way you develop your algorithms, the redundancy necessary, the resilience necessary, the diversity necessary. All of that has to be completely rethought, and it includes a simulation mentality. And we've created an open platform so partners all over the world can take advantage of the technology that we've created, but also put on top of it their own, because the transportation industry is so absolutely enormous, $10 trillion. It's impossible for any one company to do it all, but it's possible for us to work together on an open platform to be able to engage it. And so you take a look at our entire stack today. Drive Xavier is the computer. Drive AV is the autonomous driving stack. Drive AR is the augmented reality navigation system. And Drive IX, intelligent experience that turns your car into an AI. Thank you very much for coming to our CES keynote. It's a great way to start the year. This year, we're going to see some amazing technology created. Today, we announced our Xavier will be sampled very, very shortly. It'll be sampled in Q1. It's performing incredibly well. It's the world's first autonomous processor. And we talked about the 3 platforms that I just mentioned. We talked about the NVIDIA Drive Functional Safety System. And we announced 4 incredibly exciting partners and anchored by one of the largest car companies in the world, a car company that can take AI and make it part of our lives for hundreds of millions of people all over the world, Volkswagen. Thank you, Dr. Dees, for joining us today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Happy New Year, and have a great CES.